What is going on? YouTube Twitchy Tango here. Don't get used to this. I'm just saying this right now. This face right here and fear. Kidding. I don't know about the fear part, but I know full of anxiety and depression is one thing. Don't get used to this. You won't see it this often. Much as I can help it. Uh, how's everyone doing this fine Wednesday? I figure I'd discuss it because I have been doing a lot of Resident Evil content, so might as well do it because everybody and their mama is doing it. I figure I'd get it off my chest. Talking about Resident Evil's Netflix series. It is definitely a show. There's things I enjoyed about it, things I really didn't enjoy about it, which was what we're going to discuss. But I'll start with the things I absolutely loved about it, which is the biggest thing, Lance Reddick. The man is a gem. Carried the show, everything and pretty much in everything he's done, I've enjoyed him and the experiences I've had with him. Lance Reddick is just beautiful in everything he does, and he's apparently in a new show called Farzar, and it looks hilarious. Just a trailer I've seen of him with his voice acting is beautiful. But he's also was in one of my favorite shows growing up, Fringe. Was also he's also my Titan Vanguard Zavala. Been in John Wick. He's been in The Wire. He's been in a lot of shows, and it's like everything he's ever done, he's been spectacular in it. He's been fantastic. He even owned a Toys R Us store at one point. He was apparently a pretty shit boss, but each his own. Different strokes for different folks. If that's what he wanted to do for a little bit, that's perfectly fine by me. Oh my gosh, why is that focusing out like that? That's terrible. That's atrocious. I don't know what to do, how to fix my little camera to do so. It just does that for some. But yeah, I think I think Lance Reddick carried the show, man. Honestly, want to see a second season. Words I never thought would come out of my mouth. It's also like I didn't mind Welcome to Raccoon City, but it was very atrocious. That writing trying to stick two games into one utterly destroyed any hope I had for a sequel happening. So apparently he wants to do a sequel and it's going to focus with Ava. I just hope they do Leon right because apparently they want to do Resident Evil 4, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Please don't. Just stop while you're ahead. Maybe the next reboot will actually be pretty good. Uh, yeah, man, it was definitely an experience. There's this meme. It's got Thanos and got all the Mila Super Show movies. And it's got him. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. No, no, the first two are somewhat passable because it feels like it's within the confines of the game. Everything after those two is just utter garbage. I do not believe I've treated those movies harshly. I think they suck. The first two are the only passable ones. Everything else was just utter garbage. And I think we tend to forget, usually if there's some new Resident Evil title or game or show, we start looking back on the past and how we treated others so poorly. No, no, they sucked, especially when they were announcing the new reboot, Welcome to Raccoon City, and Mila got all pissy about it. No, no, we remember they were pretty awful. I don't know why Constantine and Capcom keep turning out this crap, but to each his own. I just don't know, man. But yeah, Lance Reddick is perfect. I love him and everything he does. He was literally the biggest saving grace about it. And the next one had to definitely be the monsters. You're gonna see every monster on this screen pop up. We actually got Lisa Trevor. It was pretty nice. A little nod to the original or the remake. Actually, not the original because remake is the only thing that added that heartbreaking story. Of Lisa Trevor. We got Black Tiger. Black Tiger. You don't know is the big huge spider. We got the crocodile, which looked like the CGI was like on the other. Give me, it was like one of the best things about it. Like Cerberus looked great. Let's see what else we had. They called them zeros. There's actually a TikTok floating around that goes through all the sort of zombie stuff that zombie shows and movies that don't call them zombies, call them something else. Well, hope that guy redoes the TikTok and does that. Adds zeros to it. They had a unique one that it was a zero. Had Dr. Salvador. That was pretty nice. Trying to think, they had what else did they have? Holy crap! They had Lisa Trevor. They had the Tyrant. They had New Zombie. They had Gravedigger. That's what I was trying to think of. They actually had the Gravedigger. It was literally one of the first ones we actually saw. Uh, a lot of zombies looked really good. My misgivings about the show, they really did pretty great with CGI. All the zombies look pretty terrifying. Even the mother zombie, the mother zero. I'm not continue to say that. Zombie was pretty dope. How she could control him. Made me think of Left 4 Dead zombies in a way. You could scream and control them in fear. It's pretty dope. Uh, and that's kind of something I really liked is how the CGI looked with the. I'm probably one of the only few people, but I actually didn't mind the modern setting. I actually preferred it over the future setting. I think the modern story was like really mystery thriller type of thing, and I didn't mind it and didn't hate it. That's kind of where my stuff that I enjoyed ends. Things that really struggled for the most for me was writing was atrocious. The actors I thought were doing great with what they were given, but it tried to be too meta and too present day. I don't know. It just felt very flat. Just felt very ham-fisted. And I'm not even mad about the things like Zootopia, SpongeBob. It felt very ham-fisted. It just felt like they were trying too hard, and I wasn't fond of it. I thought the actors, whether it was young Billy, young Jade, or older Jade and older Billy, and Evelyn Marcus, I thought they were perfect. I just felt like you know Lance Reddick stood out the most. Like when he was playing the other clones, that was pretty great. I thought Bert and Albie were fantastic. Him playing two separate sides and then playing actual Albert Wesker was great. He was bullying them. But yeah, the writing I felt like was atrocious. I don't know, man. I feel like if there's a season two, which again, as I was saying, I hope there is a season two. I feel like they can do better. But I don't know, man. I've made my peace a long time ago. That I may never see a true, good, to honest live action adaptation. But man, is it rough to watch. Like I think the future setting, any time an established franchise tries to do post-apocalyptic setting, I don't think it ever does well. And you would think Resident Evil zombies would make for a great apocalyptic setting, but I don't know. The closest we ever gotten to something truly apocalyptic in Resident Evil was 6, and it was all stopped and saying thanks to the glorious works of Leon Scott Kennedy, Chris Redfield, and Ada Wong. See what I'm saying, guys? Uh, it's hard to really say or convey how I feel. But I don't know. Future setting was a slog, and that's probably where a lot of it really became a slog for me to watch. Was I didn't want to be invested in the future side of things. I think the whole future apocalyptic setting doesn't work with Resident Evil. So I feel like I'd rather see less of it. But of course, to keep the story going, if they even get a season two, I don't know, man. It's rough. I oh, sorry, I'm tired. All right, there, teach his own, I guess. If you enjoyed it, don't don't let me ruin your parade. I did like certain things. Like I said, I think Lance Reddick was a gem. He carried it. The monsters looked great. The modern setting was somewhat enjoyable. But calling it Resident Evil and it really did not feel like Resident Evil. I don't know. It's hard to say, man. If you enjoyed it, it's not my place to judge you. If Resident Evil's gone far beyond fixed camera angles, tank control, spooky mansions. So like it's greatly changed from what it was when it was created, and people like different things. If you enjoyed it, happy for you. There were things I enjoyed about it as I talked, but all in all, it just felt very bland. And anytime an established franchise doesn't enter the world type setting, I feel like it cheapens the franchise. I don't know. I've never been fond of it. Resident Evil trying to do it, that's generally why I like the first two Resident Evil movies because it's not in the world, it's not apocalyptic, water's dried up sort of thing. It's just contained. Maybe I just enjoy self-contained stories and Resident Evil. End of the world type scenarios. Uh, but that's kind of it. That's kind of how I feel about it. I'm generally curious to see how you feel about it. Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you get past episode two, which seems like the consensus that nobody, a lot of reviews didn't get past episode two? Definitely, if you want to give it a chance, give it a chance. I think Lance Reddick just like is perfect in everything he does. But that's it. That's the video. I love you all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Take it easy.